Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Knives and Beer. It's been a little while since I posted the last episode, but I've been sick and had finals, so finally ready to get back making videos. Today, I have Old Leg Humper from Thirsty Dog Brewing Company, and I believe that's from Akron, Ohio, so pretty close by. Use my bottle opener to pop it open. And for today's video, I wanted to talk about Strider knives, and a lot of you probably know why I want to talk about them. So if you follow BeerStrider on Instagram, you probably saw his post or heard about it at least on Knife News. They posted that they're closing their doors and they're going to be no longer making any more Strider knives like this S&G or the SMF or their fixed blades or anything like that. So that upset a lot of people, a lot of fans and stuff, because they like Strider knives, so they don't want to see them close, and they were all kind of confused because it came out of nowhere. They seemed like they're doing fine. They're not closing for financial reasons or anything. They're just kind of done with the company and they want to end on a good note, is what it sounded like. So kind of like TV shows that seem like they end abruptly just because they want to end on a high note with good ratings rather than string it along until it goes downhill. They kind of want to end 25 years. I think it's their 25th year this year, so or next year maybe, I don't know. And their last knives are going to be sold at Blade Show, or I think, yeah, next Blade Show is going to be the last knives that you can buy directly from them at their booth. So a lot of the questions were whether they're still going to honor the warranties, and they said in their post that they're still going to honor the warranties. So if a little while down the road, if your SMF breaks or something happens or whatever, or if you buy one at Shot or Blade Show and it's messed up or something, you can still send it back. It's not you're not just out of luck and kind of stuck with a bad knife. So these are my two kind of Strider knives and buck knives, collaboration with Strider. So I originally started out, I like the Strider designs. I just think it's cool, really rugged looking, really strong feeling, tactical looking and everything. So I liked the way it looked. Just looked really cool. I thought it was a nice design, and they're really popular, so I thought they were probably pretty good, but I had never held one. So I was at the knife store near me and saw they had a Buck Knives, Buck Strider collaboration on consignment. So I bought that for a pretty good price. I believe this was made in about 2004. 2003, 2004 is much as I can find about it from just old knife forums, I think, is where I could find posts about people buying these, and that's all I could find. I couldn't find anything else really, information on it. I also couldn't find the steel. I know there's a version, I think, that uses 420 and a couple other types of steel. This one isn't marked, so I'm not exactly sure which one this has. There are some that use ATS-34, I believe, which is a pretty popular steel that was used a little while ago. Before I got into knife collecting, it was popular. So I got this, carried it around, loved the feel of it. As you can see, they got the shape pretty much the same. Handle, I guess, right there is a little different, but other than that, it's all pretty close. The grind, this is a 3/4 grind, I believe. Then this is the full flat grind, which goes all the way up almost to the top. And this is kind of a plastic handle with steel liners. You can see the lockup. Kind of hard to see with a black blade, but it's pretty good. When I got it, it was already well over 10 years old, probably almost 12 years old at that time, 12 or 13 years old. And the lockup was a little earlier, but I carried it a lot, kind of getting used to it and really getting obsessed with the feel of it and wanting to get a real Strider. So that's what made me actually go spend the full price to get a real one. And what really surprised me, so this one is plastic and steel and everything, and I thought, okay, so a real one's going to be pretty much the same. So I got this, opened it up, pulled it out of the box, and it immediately surprised me for how much it weighed. So you can see the G10 right there goes all the way over the other side. It's pretty much just one slab of titanium milled out right there for the relief, and then the blade. And the G10's pretty light, so there's really not much to it. The titanium isn't milled out or anything. It's all like a full scale. But if you look at them side by side, you can see they're pretty different in width. So that's a lot heavier. This was it was pretty surprising when I pulled it out. It just felt like it was made out of nothing. And I have other titanium knives and everything, and other G10 knives and stuff, and when I pulled that out, it really surprised me with the weight. The only thing I really did was I replaced the plain black lock bar stabilizer with a peat gray, I think it's domed and polished toxic green, or just like a bright green color. Thought that would match nice with the green scale. I think it's Ranger green. And I just love the look of the flamed titanium and the tiger stripe blade. No rusting or pitting or anything really. Held up nice. It is S30V, I believe. There were a couple of different options to choose from: S30V or CPM 154, stonewashed and polished, and plain titanium scale or side with whatever black, green, maybe a couple other colors. Sometimes they used orange, but really liked the look of this one. Kind of a hunter look to it, kind of an army look. But yeah, just a really cool design. So BeerStrider and Dwayne Dwyer are the main founders of Strider knives. They both make their own custom knives. BeerStrider, his custom knives, if you've seen them, they're kind of like exaggerated versions of these basic designs. So the blades they have a little more belly to them. Sometimes they have crazy serrations and stuff. Sometimes they have kind of a big belly and then like a wicked recurve in the middle. The handles, they're usually pretty close to the same, but maybe a little different. And then if you've seen Dwayne Dwyer's customs, a lot of them have kind of this rounded part in the back, so that tip right there is rounded off. Gives it a different look. Sometimes he does a lot of chisel grinds, different patterns in the G10. There's like a stepped pattern in the titanium and the G10 instead of just the Lego or CC, the rounded edges. So a couple different variations there. He uses different materials, some better super steels he uses for the blades, and different, I think he flames the titanium differently on his. But they started the company back in '93, I think. If you look on Wikipedia, I think it says '97, but on all of their pictures it says '93. And they've done collaborations with Buck knives like that, different designs, also with Buck other than just that SNG design. Kershaw, which is like zero tolerance. So through zero tolerance, they did collaborations. ProTech with the SNG automatic, and the Microtech. I don't remember which one. DOC maybe has a Strider handle to it. Probably a couple other companies. They've done collaborations with flashlight companies, just doing kind of a flamed tie look like this to the flashlight. Those all look pretty cool. But yeah, they've done a lot of different collaborations, and they're shutting down, so a lot of people are mad, but they're both still going to make their custom knives. I think they said the BeerStrider Classic line. I don't know exactly what that means, but if you look at his custom knives, they're all really cool. He has custom PTs, custom SNGs and SMFs and everything, full titanium, some really crazy Damascus blades. So they're all making really great work still. They're just kind of parting ways on the actual Strider Knives company. So they said there's other knife companies out there, people making hard use knives. So you're not going to be lost without them making knives anymore. You'll be able to find other companies that make knives just like theirs. So I think they kind of said that when they started out, they were really the only ones making them, and now there's a lot more. So there's not really a need for them to keep going. So they're just kind of ending it there. That's all fine with me. I think they gave good reasons. It was kind of weird because BeerStrider posted the original post on March 31st, which is the day before April Fool's. So I thought that it might just be an early April Fool's joke or something, and then the next day he was going to say, oh, April Fool's, we're not actually shutting down. But it wasn't the case. It was just weird timing. Apparently they're actually shutting down. They're just making the last ones for Blade Show. I looked online and you already couldn't really find many frame locks, the folding Strider knives anywhere. They're usually out at different places because different companies don't get many shipments in, but when they do, they sell out pretty quickly. The only thing I could really find still is fixed blades, so big stone washed and polished fixed blades. A lot of those for about $200. So if you're still looking for those would be a good thing to pick up. I think they might go up in price after they actually shut down and stop making them. So if you're looking to get one, I'd get one quick and search around because they might not be very easy to find later on. I know they've made a lot of knives and a lot of people have them, but maybe people won't be parting with them as easily as they did before because of them knowing that they're not making them anymore. So pretty much all I had to say about them. I love my SNG. I love my Buck knives, Strider. I don't really carry this one anymore. It's kind of just a collector's item for me now, just because I have the real one. I don't care about carrying it and scratching it up or anything. I've tore the pocket clip up pretty bad, scraping against stuff, so it doesn't really bother me too much. Might as well keep this old one in the case. So that's pretty much all I have for this Knives and Beer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the other 2 episodes, and I'll be making more soon. A lot sooner than I made this one compared to the last one, so hopefully not another month-long or month-and-a-half long break like the last one. Don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.